We told you this would happen. Those are the words that you probably remember from your parents or teacher or mentor, coach, whoever it might have been, where they told you something could possibly happen if you didn't do something in your life. And you look at that and you think, well, yeah, maybe I could have done that. But what if that we told you this could happen was coming from you? Which I know that it always is, because that's that part of us that we are sometimes listening to, but maybe don't believe or accept. But that's really what is going on when you are having guidance that you're given because it's always there. You may not trust it. And then you look back later and you have that, that regret because I should have done that then. Well, this title gives me the perfect opportunity to tell you what I could have done, because that's always what we look at, what we could have done in our lives that could have made it better or moving ahead in some way. And that's what I have to do today. You don't know who you can become, and it's always so unlimited when you come into the world, but sometimes it becomes very different, and it's probably very different for you right now because the world is quite different. But I'm going to read you this message because it came through, that title came through on a message that I received 4 years ago on this date. But it will make sense today, and it's why I need to talk about it today and give it to you. Because, see, what I was supposed to do was to tell you how brilliant you are, was to tell you how wonderful you are and why you are in the world now and how important you are and why I know that and why I know that you could have this really incredible life and really contribute something wonderful to our world, because that's why you were born. But that belief is the thing that's really a challenge, and it's going to always challenge you, because the thing that you're trying to believe is what is in front of you that hasn't happened yet, and you don't know what that's going to be, and I didn't either. Then other times what will happen is it's so big you're looking at it and then it'll frighten you, and then you won't do anything. And that happens so much. You think, this can't be me. I couldn't possibly do this. That was me. And so that's why I'm supposed to tell you about it, so you don't do that. You don't have to. You never need to struggle. You never need to go through all of that, because I had to do it. That's really what happened. But let me show you this message, because you'll gain a lot of value from this, which is what I always want to give you. And it's this. January 7th, 2021. We told you this would happen. Today's message is directed to Roger, and you each will extract your meaning. As we have said, you are moving through a massive restructuring. We told you the United States would lead the way, and we also told you more of this would be visible yesterday. Roger did not know what we meant precisely, but he did know he was meant to deliver the message, and that is the restructuring that is occurring within him due to this time in your world. And now you will find what that is within you. We bring this up because some will question some of our messages as to their validity. So Roger will doubt himself as you have. Then we told Roger that he understood what was occurring yesterday because we already told him and you. But we will do it again for all. March 13th, 2016. Chaos is both an experience and a process you allow yourself to have because you desire to experience ultimate peace. Chaos is an experience when you have it individually. You will allow your personal life to experience chaos in order that you might do something to create order so that you experience that ultimate peace. It is a process that your society then uses collectively in order that you might make new choices to get to that ultimate peace. This is what it is currently occurring in your world precisely, and you will also now notice evidence of this in your personal life. It is almost as if you use chaos to create a contrast so that you know on a visceral level what you desire to create. It is up to you and your world to desire to choose ultimate peace. Wilhelm. Um, and when I go back and find those messages, it's so surprising because I don't remember them. And that's what I want to talk about, consciousness. We have it, and there is an infinite consciousness or intelligence that we all have that we can access to. And we're moving through a period where you are being asked to access more of that within your journey. We all have it, and it's just different for each person. And what I have done for all of these years with the work from Wilhelm, I know that they have given me work that can transform your life and our world. That's just the case because it's about coming together and owning who you are, and that's what I moved through my entire life. I'm 74. Everything that was wrong before is now healed because of this work. And healed means that you own all of you. That's all that it is. It doesn't mean that you're necessarily going to have some the same physical manifestations that I have, but you could, because that's the way that I developed all of this. You understand mind body connections. You understand your purpose. You understand how it's been blocked because we start to understand neuroscience. We start to understand how to change our old beliefs to create something new. But see, I lived it all. And I'm saying this because this is different. When I talked about Wilhelm, I never told anybody about that for years because it was surprising to me what I was receiving and what was happening. But the result is this: you become happy. You start to understand yourself. You move through all of your trauma. And then you might even start to reverse age as well because you take the stress off. And then the more of us who do that, then we see something very different in our world. That was what I was told. I was given this philosophy. And accepting that was challenging because it's unknown. And that's where we have the fear. But in 2021, when I'm going for a walk, we have to understand we do have consciousness that we hear. That's your intuition. And when I hear that I was given everything in 2012 that could help us move through this period or help you live this really great life, I said that couldn't have happened. It wasn't me. And then in 2021, when I decided that I was going to test this because I was receiving messages like this saying what was going on and how much better we could all be if we would just embrace who we are, if I could embrace what I was given. Challenging. Then I still held back. And I'm saying this because you must accept yourself. Your life is that valuable that you have to accept it because it's going to keep unfolding and you don't know what it's going to be, but it's unlimited. And I can tell you that because walking through my life from the time from birth, having everything wrong, moving through it, all kinds of trauma, all kinds of difficulties, and have it healed, yeah, that's what I know can happen. But the other reason I'm talking about this today because I am, and many know that I've only put a portion of this work out. It's a philosophy that it just trains your brain, it changes your mind, it changes you. That's what happens, and that's why you hear that from the people who have done it. But I have held back as well because I had only put out 31 sessions, and I got a call yesterday, and this was from the fiance of a guy who was in our work a couple of years ago, and I could see there were difficulties going on there, and not addressing them because just running. Incredibly talented person, but couldn't look at who he was because he didn't want to do the self-discovery. So he hung himself. And we've heard of others who have done the same thing. I was just reading another one from Ellen's former DJ who killed himself. His wife was talking about it and uncovering the things that no one knew because we're not talking about certain things. And so I'm going to talk about it because I know the value of you, and that's what I was given. So what I recently discovered, which is why I am now committing to putting all this work out, I have downloaded a complete philosophy that is connected to changes in our universe that I didn't understand. There are certain messages that I've put up on Any Advice for Today that you can read because there is a connection that you have, energetic, into this world, and that's what I've been discovering through all the messages. When I was told I had a message for anyone's birthday, that if I were to meet someone, I would had been given a message on their birthday in 2012. that would kind of say where their life was going now or what might be happening, and I doubted that, and then it started happening. I'm saying this because it was challenging for me to talk about any of it because it didn't make sense to me how I was doing that. But now I can see it, and I know it's not, I can't hold it back from others, and I don't want anyone else to give up on understanding their importance because I know what it is. I would never do channeling before, and that was the thing that has changed in the last couple of years because I could see this information that was coming through that I didn't even know I had. You have the same thing. That's what we're all meant to do as humans. When we come in, we're no different. We're just programmed to think something different. But this is the time that you can change it. And I'm saying this because there are energetic changes happening in our world that it's the time for you to own who you are. Do the thing that you came to this world to do. And if you say that you don't know what that is, yes, you do. You just haven't been shown. It's just been blocked. And that's why I was given this work. And that's why when I work with anyone, you have what you need to create this wonderful life, which is why I said the other day, put out how to have everything that you want. You can, because it's about accepting your unique journey and it's within you. And it's just because you've been taught something else that you may not have seen it, but still that doesn't matter because you can change it at any time. And that's what you'll understand now. But please watch the video that I did yesterday because I put up a lot of information about how this process works and I wanted you to have it. So I will link it here. Please subscribe to this channel or like this video and do all of that. But just know, no matter what you have thought about yourself, I know the value that you have and what you're meant to do in this world, and as you do it, you will have this really wonderful life and you will leave a legacy that everyone will remember you for because that is what is within you. See you soon.